Hi guys, we're back. I'm Dana.
I'm Joe.
And we're with Dana Joe & Co. We are photographers with Buchanan Photography, and we are here to bring you 90 tips to help you build the business you've always dreamed of. This is video take number 10, because our dog's right here. We have 4 dogs. They're crazy.
Got 4 fur babies.
Yeah, 4 little fur babies. They want to go pee, they want to come back in. Okay, anyways, whatever. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe so you can get these tips to help you build the business you've always dreamed of. This is for wedding photographers, this is for wedding industry entrepreneurs, or just creative artists in general. We're here to help you grow that business. So today we're talking proposals. Across the board, this is relevant for every single business, honestly, that you are offering some kind of sale with a contract. You need to send a proposal. So what is a proposal?
A proposal proposal is just basically saying, hey, here's the services that are included, and then it's going to have your contract, and then it's going to have a way for them to submit payment, right? So proposals are extremely important because it keeps you legal and it keeps you out of trouble.
Yes.
In the beginning, our contract was very basic, right?
It was a piece of paper.
Yeah. it was very basic. It was a piece of paper.
I think it was a 1-pager.
Yeah, I think you found it online. You're just,
Yeah.
It was basically an
like
agreement, right? So,
Not anymore.
so over the years we've found a professional one. We now have a professional one in place.
Would you say Logtog?
The Logtog
Logtog.
is usually the go-to for photographers.
Yes.
She's done a fantastic job. I have zero affiliation with her, but she's done a fantastic job of creating contracts for just about any situation. And she, I believe, is a lawyer, or all of her contracts has been vetted by a lawyer.
Vetted by lawyers. Yeah.
But that's a fantastic place to start if you do not have a contract in place.
Yep.
But I will say you absolutely have to have a contract, especially when you're starting out, because I would say couples in the lower price range when you're first starting out will bring you more issues than when you start to book clients in a higher price range.
Yes.
So you need to protect yourself, right? So
Protection.
when you go and you meet with a client and you're like, yes, I'm ready to book you, let's do this thing.
Yep.
That's when it's time to bring out the proposal. In the proposal, we basically say, okay, great, here's the agreed upon services.
Yep. We break it all out.
Yep.
So the proposal, it's like the first page, 1-pager. And it's with our CRM that we use. We do use Sprout Studio. Again, we're not an affiliate with them, but we do like their CRM. So
Yeah. So we
Joe
send.
will type it up.
Yeah, so I'll type it up in Sprout Studio. Sometimes the couples want to book right there on the spot, so we'll type it up right there. I always have my laptop. They'll have the contract there. We'll walk through the contract together. I don't want any surprises. We'll talk about the services, what's included, the pricing breakdown, and then we'll go ahead. They'll digitally sign. Then we will digitally sign. They'll pay their deposit, and then we're good to go.
And then we're official. But the first part of that's what we're talking about, is the proposal. So the proposal is like the first stage agreement per se. So say you're talking things back and forth, they chose a collection and they want to add things on, or they want to, not have the engagement session, but they want an after session. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there. So that's when that proposal comes into play, and it's like, okay, this is what we agreed upon. This is the final cost of everything, including your tax.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a state or a county or whatever that needs to add tax, that is non-negotiable. You make sure it says that so they know. This is then one of 2 things will happen. They come back and they're like, oh, I just got the proposal and I was not expecting tax. I know I paid for tax for everything, but I just wasn't expecting it. Or they'll say, hey, we actually would like to add on X, Y, and Z, or can we change it to this collection? We've had that happen in the past too. But the proposal is just that initial, like, we talked about everything. Because then the contract is words. It's a lot of words, it's a lot of sections, it's a lot of legalities that are being signed and making sure that you guys are protected. So, proposal is stage 1. And when should you propose? When should you propose to them?
Well, typically, I mean,
How soon after?
Honestly, we've gone back and forth on this, if we're being honest. Like, we haven't found the sweet spot. So at times there's couples who want to book right there on the spot, and we'll do it immediately. And we'll just go straight through, hey, here's proposed services, here's a contract, and we'll book right there. And then other times it's usually like, hey, yes, we're booking you guys, just send us the proposal, we'll go home, we'll read through everything, and then we'll sign it then. So what we'll do is after the meeting, I'll go home, I'll type it all up, and then I'll send it over, right? But you know, I'm still on the fence as to which direction to go, because you know, sometimes those couples will go home and they'll change their minds and you end up not booking them, because once they leave that sales session, right, you leave it open to them talking with other photographers or changing their mind.
Or scrolling the gram and finding somebody else.
Exactly. So, but we also have had great success where it's like, hey, this is a huge decision. We would never want, as a husband and wife, for you guys to make it right here on the spot.
Yeah.
Go home, think about it, look it over, and then we'll follow up with you in 2 days and see where you're at. And then if you want, I'll hop on the phone call and we'll walk through this together. All right. And that, you know, that's worked very well for us as well. So
honestly, I think key is
situation dependent.
It's situation dependent, 100%. But I would say goal is to get them to do it in person.
Yeah.
Like I know that's been our goal. It's kind of like, it's that last question that we ask them. So, hey, are you going to book us as your photographers for your wedding? Like, it's just point blank to the point. And if they say yes, all right, what's keeping you from signing today?
Yeah.
Like, let's get the ball on the road.
Let's get it on the books.
Ball on the road.
Something like that.
Road? Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something, right.
Yeah. Get it done.
Yeah. So you want to, and look at your state law, right? Some states, I am not a lawyer by any means or a tax professional, but look at your state's laws and see if you are allowed to take a deposit without having a signed contract, because it's better. I mean, there's tactics out there where people say, hey, just give me your deposit, we'll sign a contract later, so on and so forth. Other states may require you that there has to be a signed contract before you take the deposit. So make sure you check in on that. But we always push for, let's get you booked today while we are in person. What's stopping you? And then if otherwise, we'll send the proposal and then we'll follow up a couple days later and walk them through it.
Basically. So situation dependent.
Situation dependent. See what works best for your business. Test it out. I always say test things.
Yeah.
And it's not a cop-out answer. It's legitimate, because it's hard to give a black and white answer to a lot of these things. And this is one of those situations, because really, honestly, it comes down to what's best for your business. What's the context of the meeting? What's going on? Who are they as a couple? And then, you know, you after a while, you just start to know, right? So
you can tell.
So, you know, test these things out, see what's working, and then just go with one or the other.
Yeah, and then other word of advice, prep all of the people before you meet with them, either on the phone or in person. Be like, hey, just want to let you know, to work with us, we do require a signed contract and deposit of XYZ to hold your date for you. We can discuss collections and services and what you want included for your day. If you don't know that day, it's okay. We can choose down the line. But you tell them up front, it is XYZ amount, and they have to sign a contract to book with you. So that's already in their head. So it's not like this shocker, like at the end of the meeting, it's like, oh, you want to pay me $1,000 now? Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So you want to pre-frame them, prep them, and then we usually tell them if they're like, well, I feel like I need to pick out services today. We say, no, just pay your deposit, get the contract signed, and then we can figure out services and specifics later.
Especially for the weddings that are a year and a half out, and for the weddings who don't really have venues
They have no idea.
They don't have any idea.
Right.
So things change.
So that's our take on booking proposals.
And when to propose to your couples. Okay? Join us tomorrow. We're going to talk something else. It's going to be fun. And I hope you enjoy all these tips. Again, subscribe if you want to know more. And yeah.
Or tap on the link below and come join us in the Booking Lab over on Facebook. Our free Facebook education group.
Yes. All right, guys.
Wink, wink.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Peace in the Middle East.